Yes. So good evening everyone. So last class I have discussed that knapsack problem, 0 1 knapsack problem using dynamic programming approach, right? So in case of dynamic programming, what we do, as like the divide and conquer algorithm approach, we just divide our problem into number of sub problem, right? And we try to find optimal solution to each sub problem. Okay, then finally we can uh, find the optimal solution to the whole problem by considering the optimal solution of individual sub problems, right? So this was the main philosophy behind that divide and conquer approach. Okay, so today again we'll see another application or another problem which can be effectively solved using this dynamic programming approach. Okay, so today I'm going to solve today I'm going to discuss the new problem that is called LCS problem, right? So LCS stands for what? Longest common subsequence. Okay, so the problem of LCS is like this. In LCS problem will be given two sequence. Let's say the sequences are x and y. Sequence in the sense x is a sequence of characters and y is a sequence of characters. Like x is a sequence like a b c d e and y is a sequence like a b c d e f g, right? So now in this case our target is to find another sequence z which is the longest common subsequence of x and y. Means the character set present in the sequence z are both present in sequence x as well as in sequence y, and no other subsequence of this x and y are possible which are greater than this z. Okay, for example, if but I will take this, right? So if x is a sequence like this a b c d a b c b d b a and y is like this, then the sequence bca bca, right? Bca is a sequence b, you just check the order, huh? Bca it is a sequence or subsequence of x, and same subsequence bca is also there in y, bca. Okay, so now thing is that we cannot call this as LCS of x and y. We cannot call this bca as LCS of x and y, though it is present in both x and y. Okay, why? Because we have more possibilities of subsequence whose length is more than 3, right? For example, we can take the subsequence BCBA, BCBA, right, which is present in both x as well as in y, BCBA, right? So now I think no other subsequence having length more than 4 is not possible which are common to both x and y. Okay, so we will call this BCBA as a LCS, longest common subsequence of x and y. Similarly, we can have another LCS having exactly length 4, that is BDAB. Sorry, so it should be actually BDBA, right? So printing mistake is there. Okay, so it should be BDBA. So it is also present here, BDBA, right? So I hope you all have understood this problem, LCS problem. Okay, so in LCS problem, two sequence x and y will be given. So we have to find all subsequence of x and y, and we have to check the common subsequence, means the subsequence which are present in both x and y, and out of those again we have to find the longest subsequence which are present in both x and y. So that is called the LCS of x and y, right? So now if we'll solve this using traditional method, if x is a sequence having m characters, y is a sequence having n characters, like this. Okay, right, and if we are applying that brute force method, then the number of possible selection from this sequence of n character will be 2 power n, and it can be mapped to how many of these elements, right? So m, so it will be m into 2 power n. Okay, so this is again some exponential kind of time complexity. Okay, so this thing will be really huge when the value of n is sufficiently large. Okay, so now target is to how to find the LCS, longest common subsequence of x and y, in a very quick time using this dynamic programming approach. Okay, so now like all other problems like matrix and multiplication, 0 1 knapsack problem, similarly in LCS also will follow all those 4 steps to solve a dynamic programming kind of problem, right? So now this is the problem. X and y are two sequence. Target is to find a subsequence z which is present in both x and y, and it is the longest one, right? So this is how we will characterize the LCS problem. X equal to this, y equal to this, then z equal to, okay, so x is having m characters, y is having n characters, and z is having k characters. That k should be less than both m and n, right? Okay, so we can characterize the solution like this, or the problem like this: if xm equal to ym, right? Means if the mth character in the sequence x is same as the nth character in the sequence y, then we can just fix that. So xm means the last character, so we are starting from the last actually, so we are just comparing this element with this. So if both are same, then the last character of our output, that is z, LCS, which is called LCS of x and y, the last character zk will be equal to xm equal to yn. You can write anything, right? Because xm and y equal to same means we have to write like that. Okay, zk equal to xm equal to yn, right? And now so last term is obtained because this xm matches with yn, so we are left with how many characters of the LCS? Z, k minus 1. Okay, so next what we will do, we will write zk minus 1 is an LCS of, excluding this character means it will be up to x m minus 1, and this will be what, x y n minus 1, right? If these two matches, right, if that does not match, then what will happen actually? So if zk does not equal to this xm, right, means the last sequence element is not equal to this xm, right? So what we will write? We will write that z is an LCS of, we will just exclude this because this one is not matching, right? Okay, so okay, so zk does not equal to xm, so we'll just exclude this character, so it will be up to x m minus 1 and it will remain same, and last condition is just the reverse of, so zk not equal to yn, so we'll just check in whole x and y n minus 1, right? So this is how we can characterize the LCS problem, right? So now next is we have to find a recursive solution. Okay, so how to find the recursive solution? So let us assume a matrix Cij. Okay, so Cij denote the cost of finding or the length, you can say better, the length of LCS considering the sequence xi and xj. Okay, means the sequence x is having I characters and the sequence y is having j characters. Okay, so this Cij means it is nothing, it is the length of LCS, means length of longest common subsequence present in xi and yj, right? So now this particular length of subsequence, longest subsequence of xi and xj is 0 if either I equal to 0 and j equal to 0. So what is the meaning actually? If the first sequence x that is having 0 character, means no character, so obviously the length of LCS will be 0. Okay, and similarly the no character is present in the second sequence y, so again the length of LCS will be 0. So this is the first case, right? So now if both the character matches, then we'll just discard that element and we'll consider that yes, one character has matched. Okay, so length of LCS will be increased by 1, so plus 1. Then again we will find recursively the length of LCS taking up to characters I minus 1 and j minus 1, right? And third case is when xi is not equal to yj. Okay. So in that case, maximum of these two cases happen, right? Here we are taking the character of second subsequence or second sequence y, we are taking the character of first sequence x. Okay, right? So now this is the actual algorithm how to compute the length of LCS, means how to find this. Okay, so we'll see the algorithm, right? So algorithm is very straightforward. M is the length of sequence x, n is the length of sequence y, printing mistake is there, so it will be y, right? Okay, so next B is a matrix. Okay, so this B matrix actually it is helpful while finding our final optimal solution, right? Because this no doubt this C matrix, cost matrix, or the length of LCS, this matrix will no doubt give us the length of LCS, right? But actually what are the characters present in the LCS, that can be obtained only by using this matrix P. Okay, so in this algorithm parallelly we will be obtaining this cost matrix to find length of LCS as well as this matrix, okay, to determine the final LCS, right? So M is the length of first sequence, N is the length of second sequence. Already told you, first sequence is empty or second sequence is empty, the length of subsequence, longest subsequence will be, or LCS will be what, 0, right? So these two statements, right? So now you just see this recursive algorithm. As per this I am writing the program. If xi equal to yi, then just cost will be 1 plus, you just discard one character from each of the sequence, so it will be I minus 1, j minus 1, right? And you just put this arrow in that matrix B, ij, right? So this diagonally headed arrow represent that there is a match of characters, right? Else if this thing is greater, right? So we are going up in the matrix, so that's why up arrow. Going up in the matrix means the row index will change, right? Because if we are at 4th row, I minus 1 means we are going to 3rd row, like that. And if this left arrow means we are going left to the column, right? So if we are at column 4, then we are moving to column 3, so it is left symbol, okay? And finally target is to find the matrix C and B, right? So this C will give us the length of LCS and B will give us the actual things to determine the characters present in our LCS, right? So now earlier I have told you, if we are applying that brute force method or that traditional technique to solve this LCS problem, so it will require around time n into 2 power n, so which is almost exponential in nature, right? But if we'll see here, then obviously this will take time m, this will take time n, and this nested loop will take time mn, right? So out of this mn will overcome, right, these two m and n. So total time complexity of this algorithm using this dynamic programming approach will be mn, which is much more less than that time m into 2 power n, right? And if both sequences are having same length, then it will be n into 2 power n, right? Okay, so this is how we are finding the optimal solution to all the solved problems using LCS. Okay, so now target is to find the final solution or the final optimal solution by the help of these optimal solution to individual solved problems. So we'll see that later on. We'll see this later on. Let me go to the problem, right? Let me find the LCS, length of LCS first. Then I will just demonstrate you how to write the characters present in the LCS. Okay. So find the LCS and LCS length. So time being, I'm just focused to find this LCS length of two sequence x and y, where x contains these characters and y contains these characters, right? Okay. So to solve this kind of problem, you just draw a matrix in this pattern. Okay. So you just write xi, this row wise, yj column wise, and you just put the index 1, 2, 3, 4, because there are how many characters? 6 characters. How many characters? 7 characters. So you just row wise you write 7 characters, right? So as already told you, if there is no character in the sequence y or no character in the sequence x, then the length of LCS will be 0. Okay. So if one of the sequence length is 0, then length of LCS will be 0. So no character in the sequence x, so make all the entries as 0. Okay. No character in the second sequence, so mark the length of LCS as 0. So this particular entry actually denote what? C00, means length of LCS of two sequence containing 0 and 0 characters. So obviously it is 0, right? Let us take this. So this represent what? X C70. Obviously it is finding the length of LCS of two sequence having length 7 and 0 respectively. So one of the sequence length is 0, means the length of LCS will be 0. Okay, so this is how we are putting the entries in the initial part of solving this problem, right? So now this is quite easy to fill this. Okay, so no character in the sequence x, mark everything as 0. No characters in the sequence y, mark everything as 0, right? So now we'll try to fill these entries, like this will be what? C11, C denote what? Cost, means length, right? Length of LCS. C11, C12, like C21 to 2, like that. And finally C71, 72 up to this is 76. Okay. So let me start for I equal to 1. I equal to 1 means I want to fill all these rows, right? So for I equal to 1, let me start from 1. C11, right? So C11, what we will see in this case, we have to check this character. Here it is A, here it is B. So are they same? No, they are not same. So you just see the algorithm, right? So they are not same, right? Next case is C I minus 1 j greater than or equal to. If this happen, then you have to write like this. Okay. Okay. So right. Okay. So clearly this 0 C01, C01 means this one is greater than or equal to C10, because 0 is equal to 0, no? So you can write Cij equal to Ci minus 1 j, like this case. You see, Cij equal to Ci minus 1 j. So in place of C11, we can write C1 minus 1 is 0. So C01 is equal to 0. So we have to put this as 0. And B11 will be, second case means up arrow. Equal means diagonal arrow. Just keep in your mind. And third case means this left arrow. Okay. So similarly, you go for the second entry, this one, C12. So C12, just check A, is it same as D? No, right? Again, the second condition is satisfied, so it will be I minus 1 means C02, 0 and same. Similarly, 13 will be same, 0, okay, up arrow. So now coming to 14, A, here it is A, right? So if both matches means you have to write Cij equal to Ci minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so we can write C14 will be 1 plus C minus 1 0 minus 1 3. So 1 plus C03. So C03 value you know already, it is 0. So 1 plus 0 it is 1, and here we have to put this arrow. You can just clear C. So similarly you can find the value of also C15. So C15 means C15. So A, is it same as B? No. Okay. But the value of that thing is greater. Means Ci j minus 1 is greater than Ci minus 1 j. So we have to consider the third case. Right. So it will be what? C15 will be, just subtract from the second. So it will be C14, and C14 value it is already 1. Right. So and B15 will be that left arrow. Right. Fine. Okay. So similarly the first row is over, so we can come to the second, I equal to 2. Okay. So after calculating all the entries for the first row, here I am doing the updation, single updation. So initially this was the matrix representing both C and B, and this is the scenario after the first iteration, that is for I equal to 1. Okay, for second iteration I equal to 2, we can have things like this. Okay, again we have to go for C21. Okay, all these things are filled after doing all this calculation. Okay, so you just forget these things, right? Timing. So C21 means again 2 1. B, is it same as B? Yes. So first case, so it will be 1 plus, just subtract 1, subtract 1. So 1 plus C10. C10 value is 0. So 1 plus 0 1. So I am just putting 1, and the arrow will be this arrow. Okay. So similarly C22. C22 means this. B, is it same as D? No. Okay, and it is I think satisfying the last property. So it will be 2 1, and it will be left arrow. Okay, so like this we have to fill this. So if anybody is not following this thing, actually this thing I have already discussed in my class. Okay, so if anybody is not following, just ping me personally in my Google Classroom, right? Okay, so I'll just share this PDF. You just try to go through the whole problem and try to solve of your own. So it may take time, okay, but have patience and try to solve by yourself, because the problem is very interesting, right? This is problem, right? Okay, so this is how we can fill the second row, right? So now after this the iteration 2 is completed, and next you have to go for iteration 3 where I equal to 3. So for I equal to 3 you just fill the third, okay, and so on. Okay, so like this you have to keep on filling all the entries, right? Okay, so similarly you can, okay, so just today you try and try to solve this by your own, how to fill all these entries, right? So in my next class I'll show you how to actually find that pattern, LCS pattern. Okay, and finally you see this is our final answer. Okay, so just timing, just don't care about this highlighted portion. Okay, this is I have highlighted to find the actual characters present in the LCS. Okay, so forget that thing for timing. Let me tell you one thing. After you find this whole matrix containing the entries of matrix C and B, C contain the length of LCS and B contain this direction to find the actual sequence present in the LCS, right? So actually what these entries denote, actually 4 denote what? It is 7, it is 6. So 4 is the length of LCS present in the sequences x7 and y6. Means the first sequence x is having 7 characters and the second sequence y is having 6 characters, and from that we are obtaining a LCS whose length is 4. Randomly you come here, so this represent what? 5 2. So these two represent what? The length of LCS of two sequence x and y, where x contain 5 characters and y contain 2 characters, right? So similarly you can come here. Interesting. 0 indicate means you are finding the length of LCS as 0 of two sequence which contain no characters, means length of both the sequence is 0, right? So you can easily mark length of one of the sequence is 0 means the LCS length will be 0, like this. Okay. So this is very interesting. Next class we will see actually how to find that sequence of character present in the LCS. Okay. So today I have shown you how to find the length of LCS using this dynamic programming approach. So just write all the characters row wise and all the of sequence X and all the characters of sequence Y column wise. Then you just try to fill the entries using that this rule itself. Okay, just follow this, or you can just follow this algorithm better. Both character are matching. Cij equal to ci minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1, and the arrow will be this diagonally headed arrow, and if this condition satisfies, then Cij will be ci minus 1, means you are jumping to above arrow, right? And if this two condition fails, means you have to come to the left column wise. So column is j, so you just come to left means j minus 1, and the arrow will be this left arrow, right? So this is how we are solving this problem. Okay, so tomorrow I shall resume. Okay. Thank you.